everyone, Meghan Angley here in Ball Arena. The Avs just beat the LA Kings 4-2, keeping their winning streak alive. Alexander Georgiev, another win in net for the Colorado Avalanche, and I am taking some of your post-game questions. First one, how about that defense? Only 15 shots against all game and none in the second. How important has this decor been to keeping the Avs afloat? It was an impressive second period from the Avs. They held LA to 0 shots on net. After a first period where they allowed an early goal and then Adrian Kempe left unattended at the net front a second time, put LA up 2-1 going into that second period, and that's what the Avs did to shut it down. They protected the weak side of the ice better. They moved a little bit too much to the weak side, got caught a bit puck watching, and there were a couple of board battles that they needed to win. So they made those corrections. It was, in my opinion, a team-wide defensive effort in winning some of those battles, coming up with pucks, breaking out pucks cleaner, which is on the decor, and I think that's what ultimately led to their success and allowed them to stifle LA from getting too dangerous. Next one, I have no questions, I'm just happy I got a Mikko Hattie. Mikko Rantanen's game tonight was so important. He has been looking to get going for the Avs. People have worried a little bit about the lack of execution at times, and it feels like this is a performance he's been building to now for some time. A breakaway goal, then he gets a second in space, capitalizes on it, and then an empty net goal to seal the hat trick from him. It was so important to have all of the top line guys contributing, and it was great to finally see Mikko Rantanen get rewarded. Benner mentioned he may tweak the power play units if the top guys aren't producing. The power play was horrendous tonight, with 3 guys returning, mainly Nuke. Do you see them making adjustments to the PP? I think this is interesting because this is still a second in the league power play going into tonight that has been very consistent and very dangerous throughout much of this season. It goes 0 for 3 on the night, so there definitely is room for criticism. They struggled to create. We saw a lot more of that second unit as a result of Benner not loving what he was seeing from that top unit. I think the most compelling part is the fact that it's Val Nichushkin coming back into the lineup. I think separate from them not being able to capitalize on the man advantage tonight, we would be considering that tweak anyways, for what it's worth, but I think they're going to have to see where Val Nichushkin comes in here. Casey Mittelstadt has been a decent net front guy. I don't know that I've loved Arturi Lehkonen in the bumper spot because I've loved him more as the net front guy. So I think that they're going to have some really great options to keep that top unit really good and make that second unit even better. Are we so back from our friend Kay? This has been some of the best hockey I've seen the Avs play all season, and I think what I love about it most is the fact that they've done it with a depleted lineup. They could have rested on their laurels knowing reinforcements were coming on Friday with Val Nichushkin and possibly Miles Wood and Jonathan Drouin, but they didn't. They played another competitive hockey game, and they recognized their mistakes in the first period and locked it down, and all of that feels so repeatable, and it's just the essence of playing with pride that I come to expect in Avs hockey. All right. Let's see. With reinforcements arriving on Friday, does Bedsy keep Lecky on the top line and place Drouin and Val on the second line? Another great question, because I feel like now the top 6 just completely opens up, and you've liked what Lehkonen, Rantanen, and McKinnon have been doing. Do you disturb something that's been working well, especially considering Mittelstadt has sort of been in need of line mates that can play up to the high skill ceiling that he has, also play a responsible defensive game? That's absolutely Val Nichushkin's calling card. Drouin, also another player who became great on both sides of the puck last year, so it'll be interesting to see how he constructs the top 6, because I think Bednar likes to go with familiarity and what's been working, so I don't know that he'll disturb it all too much. All right. How do the guys feel after a 4-game win streak and knowing that we're getting more guys back within days? Just wanted to speak to the overall feeling in the room. It feels really good and settled. You know, guys aren't overzealous in celebration necessarily, but there just seems to be a calm in the room now, and I think there's also a lot of belief. That's the feeling that I get in hearing Georgiev talk about what he's seen from his perspective in that, in terms of the team coming together and getting on the same page. It just feels like they're finally getting into the rhythm of the season, and I think they're so excited to have the Cavalry back this Friday. All right, you guys, we're going to break it down a little bit more on Friday's Off-Ice show and preview the Washington Capitals game Obviously, a lot of fun storylines to talk about there. So we'll be back this Friday. Thanks for tuning in.